You study for hours, you read every chapter, you highlight important lines, you even feel confident the night before the exam. But then, the exam paper lands on your desk. You read the first question, and suddenly, your mind goes blank. Nothing. The answer was there yesterday. So where did it go? Most students immediately think, maybe my memory is bad. But what if I told you that memory isn't the real problem? In fact, a psychology experiment revealed something shocking. Students were divided into two groups. The first group studied the normal way. They read the same material again and again. The second group did something different, and the results shocked everyone. But before I tell you what happened, think about how you study. Do you mostly read, or do you actually test yourself? Because that difference changes everything. The first group felt extremely confident. After reading the material several times, they believed they knew it perfectly. Everything looked familiar. Everything seemed easy. But when the test arrived, most of that confidence disappeared. Why? Because recognizing information is not the same as remembering it. Your brain can trick you. When you repeatedly read the same page, it feels familiar. And familiarity feels like learning. But it isn't. Now here's the part that changed everything. The second group studied differently. After reading a topic once, they closed the book. Then they forced themselves to explain it from memory. No notes, no cheating, just recall. At first it was frustrating. They forgot things. They made mistakes. They struggled. But that struggle was exactly what made their memory stronger. And when exam day arrived, they remembered far more information than the first group. Why? Because every time you force your brain to retrieve information, your brain receives a signal. This is important. Save it. That's how memory grows. Not by reading, by recalling. Think about it. If someone asks your phone number, you don't need to look it up. Why? Because you've recalled it hundreds of times. Your brain learned it through repetition and retrieval. The same rule applies to studying. So here's a challenge. The next time you finish reading a topic, close the book and try explaining it like you're teaching a friend. You'll quickly discover what you actually know and what you only think you know. Then review the weak areas. Repeat the process. And one more thing. Most students make another mistake. They study something once and never revisit it. But memory fades. That's normal. Review the topic after 10 minutes, then again the next day, then a few days later. Each review strengthens the memory. And over time, information that used to disappear becomes almost impossible to forget. So if your mind goes blank during exams, stop blaming your memory. Your memory isn't broken, your study method is. Because the students who remember the most aren't always the smartest. They're simply the ones who learned how memory actually works. And that single change can improve your results more than studying twice as long. Study less like a reader. Study more like a teacher. That's where real learning begins.